Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
My name is Claire Tippett,
And I am Eliana Sun.
and we will be your MCs for tonight. We'd first like to extend a big welcome to Verity Leung's debut concert for Kinbrace Community Society. Also, special welcome to those online who are watching the live stream. Some of the people watching tonight are from across Canada and overseas.
各位叔叔阿姨和同学们，欢迎到 Verity 的钢琴音乐会。我是 Eliana， 这是 Claire， 我们是今天音乐会的主持人。我们也想要说谢谢到线上的我们观看的朋友们。So Claire, how do you know Verity?
I've known Verity for a very long time, almost my whole life. We go to the same church, St. John's, Vancouver, attend youth group together, and for most of elementary school, our families were at the same homeschooling co-op. I don't remember this, but I'm told that I got dragged along on Verity's first Ride for Refuge, an annual national event for Kinbrace in 2016. She also talked me into raising funds for Kinbrace last year, very effectively using the hoodie as an incentive. This is after Verity had been wearing exclusively Ride for Refuge merch for years, so much so that a friend made her a hoodie for her birthday last year. Verity and I have been friends for a very long time, and I have been increasingly grateful for her friendship, her amazing leadership, and inspirational faith.
It's wonderful that you and Verity have known each other for so long. And for Verity and I, we've only known each other for about 2 years when Verity started studying with my piano teacher, Dr. Wayne Wang. He even made us duet partners this year because he noticed how well we got along and how our strengths and weaknesses complement each other. I really cherish our relationship because although we often compete together in competitions, Verity's right when she says that friendship transcends competition. Our friendship is a whole lot more important than any competition, and we were always there for each other, especially in places where we don't recognize anyone else. For example, like last week, we got to spend a lot of quality time together when we both went to Fort St. John's for the BC provincials. Another very important thing is that we share our faith. We're both Christian musicians that can relate and share many aspects of the art, such as being able to talk about master classes and competitions.
It's wonderful that you both share so many experiences with Verity.
Now, before our concert officially begins, we would like to introduce the meaning behind today's concert.
The title of tonight's concert is very special, Verity Leung Charity Concert. If you trace back the original of the two key words, verity and charity, the name Verity originates from the Latin word veritas. The word charity comes from the Latin word caritas, which means benevolent, kind, and manifesting Christian love. Altogether, Verity Leung Charity Concert translates to truth and love.
These two words, truth and love, captures Verity's spirit and attitude in presenting this concert. She has spent much of the last 10 years learning to play the piano well. And with her hard work and gifts, she is now using them to spread awareness of the global refugee crisis and let her music become part of the solution to this crisis. It is in truth and love that she wants to present this concert to you.
This concert is even more special because it's World Refugee Day on June 20th, in which Verity wishes to dedicate tonight's concert to the 114 million people globally who have been forcibly displaced from their homes due to wars, conflicts, and persecution.
Some quick housekeeping notes before we get started. Please no flash photography as it can be very distracting to our performer. And a note to all audience members to please silence your phones. And please do check your phones right now if you haven't already. There are 2 washrooms located at the back of the church on either side. And there's also a wheelchair-accessible washroom through the doors at the left end of this hallway. Most importantly, if you need to leave for any reason during the concert, please wait until applause to do so. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to ask one of our volunteers outside.
Now we're going to hear from a few people who have been highly influential in Verity's life and preparation for tonight. I'd like to welcome our amazing youth pastor from St. John's, Vancouver, Reverend Mark Ashworth. He's going to open us in prayer.
Thank you. It is indeed a great opportunity for us to not only remember how we are a gift to one another, but actually Verity is a particular gift to us and her musical gifts that God has given her. So let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many ways that you use us for your glory to encourage one another. And particularly we thank you that not only are we gifts to one another, but you give some particular gifts. And we thank you for Verity and the musical gifts you've given her, that she is using them to glorify you, but also to raise money and raise awareness of refugees and Kinbrace. So take this evening and encourage us through this music. Thank you for Verity. Amen.
Next, let's welcome the director and co-founder of Kinbrace, Lauren Beliski. We also get to see a video of a jot, which, as you may have read on the website, inspired Verity to do little things with great love to help those in need, almost 8 years ago.
These two are great MCs. So you just don't have to turn on the news for even 30 seconds and you realize that our world is in incredible upheaval, resulting in more and more people being forcibly displaced. Today, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, the UNHCR, released their global trends numbers for the past year, 2023, and we've hit a new record of 117 plus million people forcibly displaced. And that's more than double 10 years ago. So it's kind of this escalating curve on the graph. A tiny fraction of these 117 million find their way to Canada for safety and possibility of a new life. The Kinbrace community welcomes refugee claimants, people who are seeking refuge and protection, with housing, education, and support. And our roots go deep in the Christian tradition of hospitality, welcoming them with kinship and embrace. Over these past weeks, Verity and her family, Theo, Constant, and Callan, have been very, very busy advocating for an even warmer welcome of refugee claimants by asking for your participation and generosity. And you and many others have responded incredibly generously. I don't know what the total count is right now, but we've definitely gone past $15,000 that have been raised for a warm welcome of refugee claimants. So thank you very much for your donation and support of Verity's hard work at fundraising. As a small thank you, we have a complimentary copy of a little book called Becoming Neighbors, written by Annika Bowman. And it's her exploration of Kinbrace's 5 core values, which are welcome, trust, mutual transformation, celebration, and prayer. For those of you who are familiar with the Christian stories, you know that the world is at its best when the stranger is welcomed and when children lead. Verity, you are probably more than just a child at this point in your life, but you're still pretty young. And yet, look at the way you lead us into a better world, both through your fundraising and soon through your music. On behalf of each refugee claimant who will feel your love as they get a safe apartment to live in, as they eat meals together with others, and find their way through their refugee claim process, a big thank you to you, Verity, and to your family. Give a little round of applause. As we already heard, many years ago, Verity's 6-year-old imagination was sparked when she met 10-year-old Ajat, a child forced to flee his home. Ajat inspired Verity and her brother Theo and her mom and dad to raise tens of thousands of dollars over the past 8 years at the annual Ride for Refuge. Ajat is here this evening, which we're happy about, in his animated form. and all of you get a chance to meet him if you haven't met him yet. AJAT invites all of us to continue giving a warm welcome to him and each person seeking refugee protection. So I invite you to participate in the Ride for Refuge as well. I think Verity hasn't signed up yet, but Theo was the first person to sign up on the Kinbrace Ride for Refuge teams. And all of you are welcome to join in through fundraising, by joining the team, or by leading a team. So let's watch or meet AJAT and go from there.
Dr. Wayne Wang. Feel free to read more about him in the program.
Thank you very much for being here. Verity is going to play a very colorful program which features a major composer from each of the musical era. She's going to start with one of the most exciting and fiery etudes by Chopin. This is taken from Chopin's first set of etudes, Opus 10. This one in C-sharp minor features several different types of patterns and technical studies, and you'll see that Verity is certainly a very capable pianist, the way she performs this piece. After that, she's going to go back a couple centuries, and she's going to play one of the great preludes and fugues from the Well-Tempered Clavier by Bach. This particular one in F major is taken from the second catalog of the Well-Tempered. The prelude begins in a very calm, serene, and pastoral kind of quality, followed by a very dance-like, gigue-like fugue. And after the Bach, you're going to continue with the classical era, century that follows after Bach. And in this, you're going to hear the Haydn E-flat sonata. We often call it the big, great sonata by Haydn. This was his very last piano sonata, and one of the most substantial ones by length, in terms of character as well. In the first movement, you're going to hear a variety of moods and characters, which is one of the main features of Haydn's music. Haydn loves to change characters quickly, sometimes even within a phrase. Second movement is beautiful and lyrical, and he builds up the second movement with more flourishes, as if the pianist is improvising at the keyboard. Second movement goes straight to the finale without interruption. Now, the finale is also very typical of Haydn in a sense that Haydn loves pauses, fermatas, and you're going to hear this right off the bat in the finale. And this is showcasing Haydn's humorous side. After the Haydn, Verity is going to play a pair of short pieces that are very much impressionistic. The first is the Amy Beach piece called A Hummingbird. Amy Beach is actually an American composer from the late 19th century. She died in the early part of the 20th century. This particular composition is sort of homage to the French Impressionism. You're going to hear fleeting thoughts and lots of colors exploring the upper range of the piano. Immediately followed the Amy Beach, you're going to hear one of the great preludes by Claude Debussy, the most important composer of the Impressionistic era. This particular prelude is taken from the second book of preludes by Debussy. The title, the Porta di Vino, translates into the wine gate. It is believed that the great Spanish composer, de Falla, sent Claude Debussy a postcard with this on the front of the postcard. This particular image is literally the gate at the Alhambra Palace in Granada, Spain. And this particular prelude has lots of Spanish influence, not only in the title, but also in the left-hand part of this piece, which features a Havanera rhythm. After these two short, colorful pieces, then we're going to hear the great Chopin again. This time, the second of the four ballades. This particular ballade is quite different from the other three in the sense that this features a great sense of duality. The first section is very serene, very poetic, very calm, then is interrupted by a very stormy section. And throughout the piece, Chopin goes back and forth between these two very distinct moods. And at the end, he brings everything together in a tragic but very beautiful and poetic ending. Now, this particular piece was dedicated to the other great romantic piano composer from the same year Chopin was born, 1810. His name was Robert Schumann. And Schumann was known to have suffered from schizophrenia, and you sort of hear that in this piece. Whether Chopin intentionally or unintentionally wanted to create this happen, it is a very profound sense of peace with the duality in mind. To conclude the program, we're going to hear actually a Canadian composer who's still very much alive and working here in the western part of Canada. Mr. McIntyre has written this fun piece. Much like the Haydn, especially the first and third movements of Haydn, characters change quickly, and he takes us from one mood to another, yet everything holds together beautifully. So I hope you enjoy Verity's performance of this wonderful program.
Thank you, Dr. Wayne Wang. Now can we please welcome Verity to the stage?
Hi, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's concert. Before we wrap it up tonight, I'd like to give a few shout-outs and a few thank yous. Firstly, to our wonderful audience, all the donors, all the supporters for tonight. I just want to let you know, like during the preparation for this concert, I've had this lingering question: who's actually going to come to this concert? So it's a charity concert, and maybe you're here to support the charity, or maybe you're here for the concert, but I don't think anyone would specifically be here for one of those two. I think it's more likely because I, Verity, am giving a charity concert, and that's really special to me. To everyone here tonight, your support means the world to me. I'm touched by just the fact that everyone here tonight is taking time out of their day to come here and cheer me on, and we're also spreading awareness and pledging money to help refugees, which is incredible. You gave your money generously and your time now tonight generously, so thank you for joining me in truth and love to support refugees. I'd like to thank Tom Lee for providing the wonderful piano for tonight. A special thank you to Carolyn. Is Carolyn here? Hi, Carolyn. Thank you for supporting me for so many years. Thank you for coordinating this concert and making everything run smoothly. Thank you for ensuring that the piano was here tonight. There was a last-minute hiccup, and I'm very grateful it's here. Thank you so much for that. That's incredible. To Carousel Presbyterian Church for the beautiful venue that we're in, and for also sorting out the live stream that's going on, and for the slides up on the screen right now. Thank you, Emilio. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all your help. Special shout out to Ben and David for moving your choir rehearsal so you can be here. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you. To the people who are helping out at the front earlier on today, Amy, Auntie Monica, Adisu and Eskel and Arena, and Alex and Theo, of course. Thank you for showing up early and helping me to figure out these busy logistics. It's much appreciated. Next to my church family, to the entire church family who's here tonight, and maybe if any are watching, special thank you to all my pastors and teachers and leaders and friends. Hi. You've been a massive blessing in my life, and I'm so, so grateful. You teach me the truth, and you teach me how to love God and love others, and you're always humble role models of how we should be building each other up, and that has been such a huge blessing for me, and I'm very grateful. Thank you to Dr. Wayne. Thank you for being a very nurturing mentor in my life, for pushing me out of my comfort zone a lot of the time, while also being concerned about my own well-being. Thank you for inspiring me to seek the finer things in life, like your love for fine dining, and your very wise analogies, and your knowledge of literature and music. And thank you for teaching me the word nuance when I was 8 years old. Your commitment to all your students is incredible, and thank you for always going the extra mile for us. I'm sure Eliana can attest to that as well. To my two MCs, Claire. Can we have a round of applause for Claire? Thank you for very enthusiastically volunteering to be one of the MCs at my first concert tonight. I really appreciate your support and your love, and you always told me to grow out my hair, so maybe I should do that. Thank you for cheering me up when I'm grumpy, and your friendship means a lot to me. It's incredible. Thank you. Eliana, thank you for being my emotional support. Especially that one night I was freaking out about not finishing this speech on time, and for just being the most incredible, understanding friend, especially in piano situations. We have so many inside jokes, it's insane. We have a Google Drive. Thank you for everything that you do for me and for your love and support for me. It means a lot. Thank you for getting up early to play floor hockey with me. That's incredible. Thank you. And to all my friends, you mean the world to me. Thank you so much for making me laugh and being goofy. Thank you so much. Your encouragement and love is just so special, and it means so much to me. Thank you. It was in my speech a while ago. I want to thank VIST. Happy birthday, Sean. I didn't say that to you today. Happy birthday. Hi, Linda. Is Paloma here? Oh, no, okay. Well, thank you to VIST. Thank you for accepting me into the school halfway through the year. And thank you for just partnering with me on my education. It means a lot. Thank you very much. I'm really enjoying school. It's great. Thank you. To my family, I'm not sure where to start. Theo, everyone say hi to Theo. Thank you for putting up with my practicing. You're very stylish and you have a very cool dude vibe, so I thought you'd appreciate that. I know you love me and support me, and it's very special. Thank you very much, Theo. Dad, thank you for working so hard to support and love all the members of our family. Thank you for always affirming me and wanting the best for me. Thank you for your constant steadfastness. It's incredible, and thank you so much. Mom, hi. Thank you for being my rock in life and for being always really understanding of my feelings. Thank you for challenging me to push further, and thank you for working so much behind the scenes in literally everything I do. And thank you for sacrificing your work career, your time, your energy, your capacity to be a mom to two little exhausting hooligans. Hi, Gong Gong Papa. Hi, Sami. I don't know if Vinny's here. Thank you so much. Hello. For just being always there for me. It means so much to me. Thank you for loving me and for taking care of me. I really appreciate it. And Kinbrace. So as Lauren mentioned earlier, Kinbrace's core values are welcome, trust, mutual transformation, celebration, and prayer. I really hope that tonight's concert will bring as much transformation and hope to the refugee claimants and also to the audience here today as it has to me. A special shout out to Alex and Andrea, and of course Lauren, for communicating in the last few weeks with something like 90 plus emails in just not very much time. Thank you for doing so much for me, getting the webpage up, giving us constant updates almost daily, for designing the poster and the postcards and the video and the banners and the donation forms, and just all of it has been incredible. You've been an absolutely incredible team to work with, and thank you for all the important work that you do. And lastly, I know it sounds very cliche, but thank you from the bottom of my heart, truly, to every single person here tonight for supporting me in truth and love.
Before everyone leaves tonight, could we please invite Lauren back on stage to be presented with the final amount that we have raised for Kinbrace refugee housing and support. We have raised a grand total of $16,729.
That's a very impressive $29. Okay.
Can we please also invite Wayne, Carolyn, and Verity's family on stage to take a group photo?
I've worked for Kinbrace for 26 years and I've never raised this much money yet. Where's Alex? Oh, you can take a photo.
Feel free to hang around afterwards, take pictures, and ask any questions to these amazing people. I'm sure they'd be willing to answer any questions you have. Thanks to everyone who has given time to drive out here and support Verity tonight. Have a safe trip home. Let's give one final round of applause for Verity. Thank you all. Have a good night.